I'm going to show you how you can create a questionnaire in Google Forms. So for you to be able to do this, you first want to go to forms.google.com. Once you're on the Google Forms homepage, you're going to actually see a bunch of templates here, but I usually like to start with a blank form so I can edit everything on my own. Now, once you get here, you can go ahead and click on the top left and add in a title. And once you go ahead and one sec, I'm just going to type in a title. And once you type this in, you can actually see it reflects that on the title of the form as well. And you can now enter in a description. I'm just going to type in something. And so the description isn't necessary, but you can put in just some information you want people to see when they're filling out your form. And then now what you can do is just go below and start actually editing your questions. So Google Forms actually has a few different style of questions that you can go ahead and choose from based on what you're actually asking. So, and a lot of times actually the cool thing is that Google will know what the question is that you're typing, and it will try to automatically change the style of question response based on what you're typing. So for example, what we can type is, what is your name? Question mark. And you see that Google automatically changed this to a short answer type question because it doesn't think that it's going to be a multiple choice. And another option is what we can actually do is have certain questions as being required, or what we can do is leave this off, and that way it's not required for someone to fill out this answer before they can go ahead and submit the form. So we're going to leave that off, and in our question we can actually just put something like optional, leave blank if you want to remain anonymous. And now what we can actually go do is click this plus right here, and we can add in a new question. So let's go ahead and add in, what is your favorite color? And we can leave this as multiple choice. Let's say we want an option as red. We can add another option as blue. We can do yellow, green, and what we can actually do is just add in the option of other, and that way someone can select other and type in their response. And let's say we want this question to be required. Now we can create another question, for example, and we can say, what is your age range? And we can leave this as multiple choice as well. We can say maybe 9 to 19, 20 to 29, 29 to 40. Actually, this would be 30 to 39, my bad. 40 to 49, and we just like add other and leave that as well. And then we can maybe add in another different style of question. Let's see what options we have. We can go ahead and say, let's say we want to maybe do a paragraph style question. And you can say, how did you hear about us, maybe? This could be a paragraph style question where someone can write a paragraph about how they heard about us, maybe. And let's say we want this one to be required as well. And what we can actually do is, let's say we eventually went through, got our questionnaire done. We can actually, if we want to edit, for example, the color scheme, we can actually click this up here and click Customize Theme. That will allow us to go ahead and change the color. Let's say I want it to be green. You can see that. We can also change the font style. And let's say this looks good for us. What we can actually do is go ahead and click Send. We can either email this questionnaire out, or what I like to usually do is go to the link and get a link. And I usually click shorten URL because then it gives you a very short link, and you can just copy that link and go ahead and paste it to wherever you want someone to go be able to respond to your questionnaire. Now, just for sample purposes, I'm going to go ahead and open this in a new tab so you can see how the form looks. As you can see, our questions are all here. What we can do is, for example, let's say I'm just going to go ahead and answer the question so we can see how the responses will look. I'll show you that this is a question you can leave blank. And let's say we try to submit this with leaving everything blank. It'll show us the questions that we, it will actually show us, like, for example, if we try to submit it, it'll show that like this question was a required question, but we didn't put anything in. So let's say we want to leave this blank. Let's put blue, for example. Let's say we are 9 to 19. And I can say, I heard about you from YouTube. And we can go ahead and submit this form. And we can see that the form was submitted. going back to our creation, we can actually see that now we have one response, and looking through, it'll show us the details of the response. So that is exactly how you can create a questionnaire in Google Forms. Now, if you have any questions, leave a comment down below and I will get back to you with an answer. But if this video was helpful at all, be sure to leave a thumbs up.